Hello guys, welcome back to Black Gun. Today we are going to do a review on the Sig Spear Light. And what is a Spear Light? We have seen so many iterations of the MCX and improvements from Sig. It's almost as if Sig engineers are running the show, kind of like the inmates running the institution. They're always upgrading, they're always changing. We're always trying to buy something new that they're bringing out in order to catch up with all of the modifications. And I suppose that the big question of the day is, does the Spear Light make the purchase worthwhile if you already have an MCX, or is the Spear Light that much better than the MCX? First thoughts on that would be, yes and no. What were the ultimate changes? Well, the dual recoil springs that operate this weapon from the SIG MCX to the Spear Light are pretty much the same. They got away with the buffer tube, the buffer, and the recoil spring, that was housed within in order to create the collapsible stock. Most of that has pretty much stayed the same. What is extraordinarily noticeable, calling it the Spear Light is, not the reason why I'm going to say this. The Spear Light was to be a smaller version of the Sig Spear, but the Spear Light is lighter than the MCX. You would notice that right away if you were to compare the two of them. The flash suppressor is a little different. It's going to be a little more compact. It's set up to to accept a sound suppressing device. You'll notice that right away. The steel reinforced QD mounts, you'll notice that right away, and that's probably a major plus, particularly if you're using this on the job, where if you were using that QD mount a lot, it would wear out, and basically where it's located is right in the frame. So to put these steel inserts in here was a real plus. The trigger is also a lot different. If you put a little bit of time into this weapon, you'll notice that the trigger is a little lighter. It's a little more responsive. I'm going to check this weapon, make sure she's not loaded, so I can come up on gun here and show you. If you come to the wall and then you pull through the wall, boom, she's right there. As far as a reset is concerned, see if you can see this. Right there, real short, and you come right to the wall. I would say that this is an unqualified 3.5 pound trigger, so your secondary shots are going to be right on target. You're going to be right there. As far as the trigger is concerned, it's a real improvement from the SIG MCX. Also, you're getting ambidextrous controls. You have your mag release here on the right side, traditional. For lefties, it'll be right here. You also have your bolt release, which is going to be standard, just like the standard AR. Resetting that release is real nice because they added a paddle there. And I believe if you wanted to do it with your index finger, you have the release right there as well. So the control systems are different than the MCX and extraordinarily well thought out. Also, your foregrip or your rail system here, it's a lot lighter, a lot more attachment points, and pretty easy to get to your short stroke system in order to adjust the gas, whether or not you're going to use it with or without a suppressor, or if the weapon is real dirty, you'll be able to open it up in order for it to run with an extraordinarily dirty weapon. So, you know, you have these improvements. Do I think that it would be worth selling the MCX to get this? I'm going to have to say it's going to depend on, you know, whether or not you use the weapon for work, or if you needed a specific item that the Spear Light comes from, whereas the MCX does not have. So, like I ultimately say, I mean, it's probably going to depend on what you need. If I had a choice to purchase one or the other, I would go with the Spear Light all day long. The improvements, as far as like doing an absolute purchase, I think the improvements would be worth purchasing the Spear over the MCX. But if I had an MCX and I thought that, hey, listen, I'm going to improve it, would I purchase the Spear? Probably not. I'd probably stick with the MCX because I don't see anything like that significant that it would be worth the the extra expense. Not to mention these rifles don't come in at a beer budget price point. You're looking $2,700, $2,800, probably in some areas over $3,000 to purchase this. One of the items that I like on both the MCX and the Spear is that they have these contact points. They put roll pins on each side of the charging handle, so it prevents any type of wear. If you could see them in there. If any of you guys spend a lot of time behind an AR-15, constant charging really starts to wear into that upper receiver. So I thought that this was pretty well thought out of SIG's engineering department in order to improve upon that. The charging handle is also really nice. You get a lot of purchase on this. It's also ambidextrous. You can use it on both sides, either left or right. Real easy to get a hold of. Real nice charging handle. It also has a small lip here for the people out there that are going to use suppressors in case you get any type of blowback. But the nice thing about the short stroke gas system is it keeps most of that gas up here, whereas a direct impingement, blowing it back, I think this would probably be a little more necessary if this was direct impingement. But nice improvement nonetheless. The skeletonized rear stock is also real sturdy. It's a push button operation. Push it to open it on this side. If it locks up, you don't have to push it again. You just have to pull it off, snap it into place. The grip is made by SIG, so it's not like a Magpul grip. It gives you a real nice angle. You get a lot of purchase on this. I have small hands. It seems to fit real well. I think with a little larger mitts than mine, you wouldn't have a problem. It would feel just as good. Nice upper pick rail. Cold hammer forged chrome lined barrel. It is a 1-in-7 twist, so you can use a litany of grain weights for the ammunition as well. Standard Stanag magazine. Outside of that, I think that pretty much covers everything. As far as fit and finish, this flat dark earth is real nice. You'll see there's probably a little bit of color difference from the upper frame to the hand guard, but nothing that would be that shocking that you would see in something like Geisley, where you'll see a noticeable difference. It does appear to be an anodized coating. It's not a real thick Cerakote, and the fit and finish is real good. I'm going to be honest with you, it's not perfect. You'll see where some of the areas don't fit as perfect as you would see in a technical data package or a TD Plus weapon like Lewis Machine and Tool. But, you know, outside of that, you know, it's relatively high quality, your standard SIG quality. Down the road, we'll make another video where we will take her out to the range and see if she functions as good as she looks. But outside of that, please like and subscribe. If you guys have any more information on this weapon, please inbox me. I'd like to hear it. You know, I've said this once, I'll say it a million times. There's nobody out there that corners the market on total knowledge of firearms, so it's always nice to hear what you guys have to say, and I'm sure that the other viewers are going to want to see what you guys have to say too. So with that said, I'll see you at the range. Thanks for checking in, and listen, it's December. Next week is Christmas, so Merry Christmas, and God bless you and your families. Take care.